Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Beth, also known as Bemmy's Bookshelf, and today I have my April reading wrap up. I read 5 books in the month of April, but I also read a very big chunk of another book which I will include. Something about me is I'm very good at losing things, and today the thing I have lost is the battery charger for my camera. I have 2 battery bars left, so I'm hoping that the battery doesn't run out, but it might. First book I finished in April was actually one I majorly started in March, and that is Daisy Hates. This is the second book in the Magnolia Parks universe. I gave this 4.75 stars. Daisy and Christian, oh my god, I love Daisy as a character actually more than I love Magnolia. I just see myself in her so much, I relate to her so much. Daisy lives in a crime family and her brother is a gang lord, although he doesn't like to call himself a gang lord, but he is a gang lord. And Julian hates the man that you are. That's Daisy's brother, and if you've read this book you will know Julian Hates is another kind of man. He is a different breed of man. I can't shout about him enough, honestly I can't. So April was literally a month of Magnolia Parks, and you guessed it, I read Magnolia Parks The Long Way Home next. I gave it 5 stars. Magnolia and BJ's story in this book was heart-wrenching. The ending of this book will literally split your soul in 2, and that's not an exaggeration. If you have not read this book yet, please go into it with an open mind. My battery is flashing, so this is going to be the shortest wrap-up known to man. But it's fine, 5 stars. Then I read Daisy Hates The Great Undoing and I gave it 5 stars. This is one of my favourite books in the whole series. Oh, this book as well, heartbreaking. I read this one actually on my Kindle, so I didn't annotate it, whereas this one I did annotate. I read this book mostly on my Kindle. It's actually, I think, the shortest book in the whole series. And it wasn't long enough. Also, how gorgeous are these covers. I've got the indie covers and I just think they're beautiful. I can't obviously, oh, I've annotated a little bit. That's obviously before I started reading it on my Kindle. I can't really say much about these books because if you haven't read the first book, you kind of won't, well, I don't want to spoil it for you basically. So I'm not gonna say too much, but if you haven't read these, please do. Kind of going on the Magnolia Parks theme, I am 50% through Magnolia Parks Into the Dark. This is a chunky book. This is like a 700-page book and I'm on page 348. But I have been annotating the heck out of this book. I don't even know if you can tell on camera, but I've been reading this for about 3 weeks and I'm probably still going to be reading it in another 3 weeks because I don't want it to end. I just love BJ and Magnolia. This is already a 5-star. I mean, I've read 350 pages and that's a book, so that's why I'm including it, because that is basically a book. And if it had stopped here I would still be giving it 5 stars, but I'm so scared about this. I just want to savour it. I'm scared to see how it's going to end. I'm excited to see how it's going to end, but I'm terrified because Jessa hasn't even started writing the next, so this is the last Magnolia and BJ book. Jessa hasn't even started writing the next Daisy book. I think there's 2 more Daisy books coming out and she hasn't even started writing them. So, Jessa, get back in your office, please. Then literally I read the shittest book I've ever read in my life, and it was 11 Dates by Octavia Jensen. Last month I read 11 Hours and 11 Scenes, and I thought I may as well read the last book in this little trilogy. It was like 150 pages, and I put as my Goodreads review, every sentence of this book makes me want to be sick. Because seriously, why are you calling her kitten in every sentence? Please, please, why are you calling someone kitten after every sentence and telling them you want to breed them? I don't recommend these books at all. I've read another Octavia Jensen book outside of these and I really enjoyed it, but I think I'm off her now. I understand people like her writing and people like the spice and the smut, but for me, if it's all spice, no plot, personally that's not for me, and that's what this book was, even though like there was kids involved, not kids involved like that, but there was kids like in this story, so kind of dial down the spice a notch. No, she didn't. There's nothing else I really have to say about this one, just that I wasn't a fan. Finally, I read Love at First Night, and this is actually my proof copy. This is an ARC, so mine says one night can change everything. I went to the launch party of this book last week. When this is going to be uploaded, it was last week, it was on the Monday, in London at the Tower of London in the Quays, which is a pub exclusively for beefeaters, yeoman warders, and their guests, residents of the tower itself. You can't get in unless you're invited by one of those 3 people. And Megan used to live, the author of this book, she used to live in the Tower of London. She recently moved out, but she's still got neighbours, guests, so she was invited, which meant we were invited. I also went to the Tower last year for the book launch of Falling Hard for the Royal Guard, which is Megan's first book, and she's just so wonderful. I'll pop in some photos here if you want to see, or head over to my Instagram because I've posted so much on there. But Megan is just such a wonderful person. Her writing is so fun. The books are so cute. I rated this 4 stars. I definitely preferred this over Falling Hard for the Royal Guard, but I just thought this book was so sweet, so cute. It's about a girl called Daisy. I think she's 23, and she and her whole family are included in the LARPing world. So that's live action role playing, and they LARP as orcs and fairies and elves, and she's kind of feels like her life isn't really moving forward. Her sister's about to go to uni and she feels like she's kind of left behind. So an ad pops up in the local paper, I think, and her brother sees it, and it's an ad for a night school teacher, like not night like as in night, so to teach little kids to become knights, and they do like jousting and stuff, and it's in London at the Tower of London. So she takes it up, and there she meets Theo, and he is actually a royal, and it's just kind of a little, not enemies to lovers, but it's like a little hatred thing going on. Theo's a little bit kind of annoying. He's testing the waters with Daisy for sure, but there's also a little tiny love triangle, so that's fun as well. If you haven't read this, please do, because it is out now, and Megan is so lovely. She deserves all of the love and everything she's been getting from both this book and Falling Hard for the Royal Guard. I cannot wait to see what she writes next and read what she writes next, and hopefully I get invited to the launch again, because I just want to see her. I don't care about going to the launch, I just want to see her because I feel like we're friends. So Megan, if you're watching this, which I feel like she is, because in my book she wrote, "To Beth, the coolest night in night school. Love the Insta and YouTube. Be proud, be confident." It was really sweet. So if you are watching this, Megan, hi. So I also got a copy from the works of this book, and it's got the nice sprayed edges, and it came with a bookmark and it came with a pin badge. So me, Lauren is Tranquil Memories on Bookstagram, and Shannon is the Irish Fangirl on Bookstagram and BookTok. All 3 of us wore a little pin badge to surprise Megan, and we just thought it was really cute. So yeah, so these are all the books I read in the month of April. I am super excited to be doing my May reading, and I can't wait to just read in May because the sun's shining, the sun's coming out, I can read outside. I'm just excited for it. I'm just so excited. I'm sorry this is a super short video, but my battery's flashing. I've lost my charger. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.